It's been a few weeks since Watches and Wonders wrapped up, leaving us with a mix of fresh releases and a few goodbyes to old favorites. Now everyone's panicking about the aftermath. How's it all shaking up the watch market? And more crucially, what does this mean for watch enthusiasts like you? Let's face it, times are a bit tense for the collectors community. We'd usually see things cool down after the event, but this year, it's been surprisingly noisy. And just when you thought it was safe to check your watch collection, think again. It seems the real show starts after the curtains close at Watches and Wonders, and here at Opulent Oasis, we'll give you the lowdown of all the things you need to know. Since last month's market update, there's been a shift in what buyers are focusing on. Previously, the sweet spot was in the $10,000 to $15,000 range. Lately, however, transactions are stretching all the way from $10,000 to a hefty $60,000. But don't worry, we'll dive into some of those sales shortly. But here's a juicy tidbit everyone's curious about. How are the discontinued models performing? Take the GMT Master II Sprite, for instance, with its striking green and black bezel. This watch isn't just ticking away quietly in the corner. Nope, it's pretty much shouting from the rooftops, turning into a pure commodity. Interestingly, most buyers aren't snagging this model to wear, but to hold on to as an investment. Despite not being discontinued at this year's Watches and Wonders, it's swimming in a rather saturated market. Every day our phones light up with comments about one particular watch, the GMT Master II, especially the ones fitted with a Jubilee or Oyster bracelet. It seems many of you are eager to offload it, rather than hang on to it for another year. A good number of our audience buy these watches, but only a rare few actually wear them, especially considering they're designed for left-handed wearers to sport on their right wrist. Here's the thing. Many hoped this model would be discontinued, boosting its value. But alas, it remains in production, with discontinuation not even on the horizon until at least 2025. As a result, this model has become a hot potato in the marketplace. Nobody wants to hold on to it for too long. For the dealers, the tricky part is dealing with clients who might have paid a premium, only to find the watch hasn't skyrocketed in value as expected. There's definitely a need for a price correction, about 10% in our opinion, both for us to buy and to sell, given that the hype has died down. If you're planning on buying this watch, just remember, you're likely in it for the long haul, at least another year. Before we move forward, how about joining the Opulent Oasis community by subscribing? Stay ahead of the curve with our top-notch content. Let's pick up where we left off. Before the buzz of Watches and Wonders, the Oyster model was fetching around $16,000, but we've seen about a 10% price adjustment since. Now you can expect a fair market price between $14,500 to $15,000. As for the Jubilee model, previously tagged at $18,000, it's now more likely to hover around the $16,000 mark. However, it seems many potential buyers aren't quite ready to accept the recent market corrections. For those considering this purchase, it's a solid choice for the long haul. Just tuck it away and let time do its magic. While we shy away from calling it an investment, let's just say it's not a bad candidate for a decent return over the years. This left-hand drive model remains a tough find and is definitely a keeper for the long run. Flipping to a different model, the GMT Master II Pepsi, it's a different story. Authorized dealers were apparently completely sold out, so we can't show you one right now, unfortunately. This model is quite the opposite of the Sprite. It's purchased not just as a long-term investment, but actually to be worn. And speaking of finding rare gems, the GMT Master II with the Pepsi bezel and Jubilee bracelet is fresh off the 2024 lineup, brand new and unworn. Interestingly, despite the buzz, the phones aren't ringing off the hook for Pepsi, which tells its own story. For those following the channel, it's a fascinating contrast in the GMT range. The Pepsi is treasured by those who actually wear their watches, while the Sprite has become more of a collector's commodity, rarely seeing the light of day. Then there's the OP41 Celebration, which had been whispered to be on the chopping block, a rumor that turned out to be just that. We managed to move quite a few units just before these whispers began, But since the discontinuation didn't happen, it's been all about offloading them. Originally retailing at $15,950, authorized dealers adjusted the price down by about 10%, now targeting between $14,500 to $15,000 for future sales. On another note, the Rose Gold Olive Dead 40 was another model rumored to be discontinued just before this year's Watches and Wonders. This led to some price corrections already, with retail prices now around $36,000 to $37,000. For those of you watching from the sidelines, especially if you're navigating the grey market because authorized dealers are out of reach, this could be an opportune moment. It might just be wise to keep an eye on the market. A little patience could snag you a deal at or below retail in the coming weeks. So, what's been flying off the shelves in the Rolex market lately? Over the past month, we've seen a dramatic shift in buyer interest, with the hot price range expanding from $10,000 to $60,000. Notably, some of the higher-end models are moving quickly, which is a positive sign for the market. Diving deeper into April's top sellers, the day-date 41mm remains a strong contender in the Rolex lineup. Particularly captivating is the Aero Blue model, a rare gem that captures the eye with its unique hue. Retailing directly from Rolex at about $9,200, we've seen these beauties leave our store for between $11,000 and $12,000, reflecting their desirability and scarcity. Another variant catching a lot of attention is the mint green day-date, which combines a fresh look with classic elegance. Coming in at just shy of $10,000, this gem clocks in at a cool $7,200, making it the budget-friendly darling of collectors seeking a quirky addition to their stash without emptying their pockets. Switching gears to the Daytona range, this line continues to thrill enthusiasts and collectors alike. The stainless steel editions, especially the ones rocking black and white faces affectionately dubbed the Panda editions, are flying off the shelves faster than hotcakes at a brunch buffet. Apparently, their timeless charm and eye-catching appeal are like catnip for watch enthusiasts everywhere. One notable sale was a new 2024 model that became an instant hit, dubbed a unicorn for its rarity and quick sale, gone in less than 12 hours and fetching about $29,000. In a surprising twist, the Oysterflex models are making a comeback. We've seen a spike in sales for the Pikachu and Ghost models, and even the Paul Newman with its distinctive red chronograph hand is finding new wrists to grace. It's been quite the journey for these models, now seeing a price correction that makes them more accessible, yet still as desirable. Now onto the bougie side of things. Feast your eyes on the John Mayer beauty, sporting a lavish yellow gold bracelet and a dial so green it'll make you green with envy. This stunner recently fetched a price tag just a smidge under $60,000, leaving wallets lighter and hearts aflutter. Despite the higher price point, discerning clients are still snapping them up, indicating a market that's selective but active. In the GMT range, we've seen a resurgence in interest for the 18-carat rose gold GMT Master Ruby, with sales picking up significantly. Priced near the retail value of $14,300, they've been going for $15,000 to $16,000. A small premium over retail, but a deal that many are finding worth it for the immediate gratification of acquisition. Obviously, it's a great time for enthusiasts and collectors alike to keep an eye on trends and maybe find that special piece that's just right. So whether you're looking to invest or just indulge, the current Rolex offerings are more exciting than ever. So, what's your take on the latest buzz in the watch market? Are you eyeing any particular models or curious about the shifts in buyer interest? If you found our market update intriguing, don't forget to give us a thumbs up, drop a comment sharing your thoughts, and hit that subscribe button to stay in the loop for more laid-back insights into the world of watches. And while you're at it, why not check out our other videos? We've got plenty more watch talk to keep you entertained. Until next time, happy watch hunting.